uh, offer the forum for a question-answer session. The audience can participate in the question-answer session.
My question is to Mr. Prabhu Chawla. Mr. Chawla, you seem to be a politician better because you get a lot of clapping. It is a very easy thing. Now, my point is that you said that who will become the Lokpal? The same persons who are the IAS officers or the retired IAS officers, they will come. And if they did not do anything during their tenure as IAS officers or the civil servants, how could they perform much better? Mr. Chawla, didn't Mr. T.N. Session change the perception about the election commissioner? Even though he did not perform credibly in any significant way when he was an IAS officer, didn't he do that? And one just sentence I will make. I was the member of parliament for 3 times. With my hand on my heart I say, I have not spent more than the limit set by the election commission. I say it before everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Chawla.
I don't know he knows Mr. Session. Session did a good job, definitely, because it was the first time some election commissioner was showing his job. And I don't want to put any personal mood because I know him so well. Mr. V.P. Singh became the Prime Minister and how he was sacked next day. Why he was sacked, everybody knows about it. So I don't want to get into personal argument with that. T.N. Session could do it. Why couldn't do it when he was 35 years in service? Various things he has held. He was Environment Secretary. At that time, the most polluted Jamuna happened in this country. So I don't want to get into that. If you want to list me T.N. Session achievements when he was IAS officer and his achievement when he was election commissioner, it will be a long debate because I have been in journalism. If you have filed honest statement, I am not questioning you. Because I don't believe even now that you can contest an election within 35 lakh. I don't know how much you have declared, but I have to go back to your affidavit and come back to you on that. And because then I'll ask you, I'll take on this. I will take on this because then I will ask the public in general that this is what he has declared. Yes. So I believe you anyway. I'm not questioning your statement at the moment because I'm not aware of it. How much did you declare, by the way, expenditure? 20 lakhs. Which constituency is yours? Which constituency? How many voters?
Voters 14 lakhs.
Okay. If the public believes it, I accept it. No, I'm not saying. No, they are laughing, I don't know. No, I'm a journalist. I raised the question because you raised my question. You declared it. I'm not questioning. Sorry, let me complete.
Okay. Yeah. Mr. Swai, he is answering your question, please.
When somebody I accept your statement, but the louder you shout, the weaker defense you have got. So that is the question. I'm coming back to that. Politician, I'm coming back to Kiran Bedi again. You have asked a question, I've answered a question. T.N. Session, yes, he did a good job. He set some precedent. I admire him for that. But that doesn't mean he did everything interesting. I don't want to give a decision as election commissioner. He postponed the election in Bihar because there was a backward Lalu ruling the country, fighting the case. He postponed the election. He didn't postpone the election anywhere else. He postponed the election in Punjab because they didn't want to contest it, the Congress party. So there are many questions which Mr. Session, decision which he took, which was not impartial. Now Mr. CEC now, he puts all the covers on elephants here. Is that a sane decision? So let us not discuss. Debate is whether corruption can be solved by Lokpal or not. I say Lokpal, idea is good. But one individual cannot solve a Lokpal because Lokpal will also be filled of same people who have retired or are about to retire, who are looking for some kind of a job. Like RTI officers, have they served any purpose much more than they're giving information? You have to strengthen your own society.
I need to add one point. I would request my senior and someone whom we have always respected as a journalist, Prabhu Chawla, not to taint everybody with the same brush. See, there are very, very significant exceptions among bureaucrats and also politicians. And I can vouch for Mr. Kharavel Swai, although he is no longer in our party, that he is an extremely honest man. And if he has made this statement, he is entirely right. And I think it is not fair to kind of cast aspersions on his integrity.
I'm only limited to that part of it, that this Lokpal may get packed up with retired bureaucrats. It would not happen. if the selection process is as per recommended by the civil society. If your appointment process, my friend, is correct, then you will not have this as an employment pal. It will not be an employment pal. It will be the right pal. You will have right lokpals. So this is exactly our... Let me explain. No, let me explain. Let me explain, sir. That I would urge you, therefore, please go to my go to this PPT and see the difference in the selection process. The amendments, even in the selection process, my friends, have been mooted, have been moved by the BJP in Rajya Sabha. So therefore, now I'm mentioning BJP because they did it. I'm not saying that because I'm pro-BJP or anti-BJP. I am no political party. I'm an individual citizen of this country. I'm issue-based. Therefore, I would say read it. If we go, and if Mr. Prabhu Chawla also sees this PPT, I'm sure he would also probably think differently or probably open up to another thought. What I'm saying, my friends, is the appointment process, which is, let me give you one quick example. Let me explain.
So, Dr. Vaidhi, we can't go on now. Yeah. We'll go to the next question, please. We are running out of time, actually. Please, we'll go to the next question.
No, not the... No. Define would be a jurist. No, sir.
Yeah.
So, no.
This is a question-answer session now.
No, I want to make it very clear. No. You are not going to appoint children, are you?
No.
You're going to people... Of course. No, 1 minute. Why would they not be retired? No, they may be serving or retired, but they'll have to be...
We are running out of time now.
We say we are the country...
You are asking the question to whom?
Yeah, to Renuka Chaudhary.
Okay.
We say the country is federal in structure.
Yeah.
The state has its agency, the center has its agency. The state is having investigating agency, that is the police department or the crime branch or the special branch, whatever you say. The government of India has the agency CBI. So when something happens in a particular state, why there is a cry by any opposition against the ruling party to go for a CBI investigation, not depending on the state investigation? Why this disparity? Why the central government having no faith on the state agency? Why the opposition claims the investigation should be CBI? Wherever, in any state you compare. Why this? And again we say, the CBI is not impartial. That means, is the state agency impartial or partial? It means there is a loss of character in the individual, in the particular citizen. So my question, why the federal structure not being honored? Why the federal structure being dishonored? On the allegation, the matter should be investigated by the CBI.
India is not federal in totality. Okay? We recognize and encourage federalism in state governances within limits. Now you have answered the question. When you say that why does a state which has authority and jurisdiction over certain issues seek CBI inquiry, you are absolutely right. Because they actually believe, despite all our doubts, despite the derogatory way we speak of the CBI, the fact of the matter is it is another redressal fora, and people do have faith in the CBI at some point, and they say, let us take recourse to that. The Lokayukta bill that was brought to the parliament was precisely for this, and allies differed, independent people spoke up, and it is being addressed and re-examined to ensure that states will also be able to have their voice heard. So this is precisely the reason why the CBI has been given its due regard and respect. It's very easy for us to speak derogatorily. To decimate something is very easy. But you mustn't forget that in this many years of independence, everything hasn't been bad. It's sickening when I see people who serve in the government and who come out and then find everything bad in the government. Yes, politicians are X, Y, and Z. But the fact of the matter is, this country has a 9% growth. We stand first amongst equals. We have reached that level where we are global partners, where we are respected. Every 6th citizen in the world today is an Indian, and we are contributing to other nations and other economies. It's a part of the evolution of growth. So to bash ourselves, to put down our people, to talk derogatorily, to deride any self-respect, saddens me as a citizen, not just as a congressman. I'm the daughter of an armed services man. My father was willing to lay his life down for this nation. We fought wars because we believed that people should celebrate the festivals to survive the famines of this nation so that we remain as Indians and be proud to be Indians.
What is the PAL who will solve the problem of a state claiming to have a higher GDP rate than the national average, but becomes the poorest in the country, which hitherto it was not?
Yeah, higher GDP, India also scored 9% GDP growth, she's claiming all the time.
A state claims to have
Let me come back.
higher than the average GDP of the country, but becomes the poorest, which it was hitherto not.
No, again, I'm answering as a student of economics and taught economics. I'm giving the concept. When there's an unequal distribution of wealth creation, it leads to more poverty. Your poor people are more, and the GDP growth is going only to the rich people. Like I don't want
Then
to say.
what PAL can solve it?
No, it has to be policies have to be reversed. It has to be bottom up. No, bottom up, not up down.
I'm not on that. I'm saying what form of a formulation should come. Can it come out of the people who represent?
No,
At the moment,
please,
I'm
please.
with you on that point.
Yeah.
The representative nature of a majority is not necessarily rational.
No, I'm giving another example.
Not necessarily pro people.
I will finish it because our economic GDP growth is a misnomer. It is just a question.
I agree with you. But when these indexes are used and you become the poorest, death knell is ringing.
It has to be more inclusive, it has to be more equitable, and we have to carry the rest.
My question is to Mrs. Kiran Bedi. I think Mr. Chawla mentioned about it, and we all know that there is something called a corruption index, and we figure very low. I wonder whether the countries which figure very high in terms of honesty are so because of an institution like Lokpal. They are nations of people who have a very strong and serious attitude to truth and untruth, right and wrong. And we are a people who have a very casual attitude to truth and untruth. We don't mind 2 dates of birth. We don't mind giving a false medical certificate. And the Anna movement was a huge public awakening. And don't you think that this movement should have been channelized to building up a better attitude rather than chasing a bill to create an institution which is going to be, if it is conceived to cover all levels of government, become a huge bureaucracy with all the ills of a bureaucracy, including corruption?
When I said that the corruption in India is systematic, when I say systematic, it includes people's attitude, sir. It includes a bribe giver, it includes a bribe taker, and it also includes a bribe keeper. There is somebody, there are banks overseas which are keeping the bribe. There is a bribe giver which has the money to give. Whether it's poor extortion or it's the rich which is conclusive. So there's a giver. By zabardasti ya marzi se. There's a giver. And there's a taker. The taker is somebody who has the power to give. It could be a politician, has the mining right to give. The bureaucracy which approves the proposal. Or the rich man who can get the things done by contact. It could be any one of these three. So Anna's movement addressed systematically. It looked at the bribe giver, it looked at the bribe taker. And ours is a top-down approach. At the top, you need an independent CBI and the system. And the bottom, you need value system to be revived so that they stop giving bribes. Our campaign here is, na bribe denge, na bribe lenge. This is what we do in our mass movements. Or in all our mass movements, we are campaigning for attitudinal change. But we're also campaigning for an autonomous CBI so that you have a top system and you have a bottom system up. Thank you.
Thus we come to the end of the first session. I thank immensely our guests from Delhi for taking time off their busy schedule and having come here and enlighten this distinguished gathering with their and sharing their ideas about how to fight corruption. Thank you, sir and madam. Thank you all. And we just come to the end of the first session. Thank you.